Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hyped. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life.
Welcome to the Real 45 podcast, episode number 52. Episode 52. We're almost a week away from 1 year.
10 days.
10 days. Okay, 10 days from making it a full year of doing the Real 45 podcast. And what are we going to do? I mean, we had like a milestone of episode 45. Now it's a year, a whole year, and we haven't missed 1 week of doing a podcast. So now you're live. We're live on Instagram Live right now as we're starting this broadcast, this podcast, this recording. And guess who's back? Stefan's back. He's been away. He's been missing in action, or maybe I've been missing in action, but I keep blaming it on him because I was just the guy sitting here in front of the mic.
And you had the gadget, so you did it yourself.
Kind of did, yeah. I'm kind of selfish like that. I stole the gadget. Just give me a mic, and I like to talk, and now I'm talking. So I don't know if anybody's listening or anybody's watching, but we're going to go record a podcast, and we're going to make a few phone calls. I don't know if I'm going to call, like, maybe my dad.
Oh.
That would be cool.
Can he hear us?
That's the question. Dad, I don't know. Dad's hearing's not the best. I think he has selective hearing pretty much, but we will see.
Is he awake?
Yeah. It's only evening here, so it's like he's 9 hours behind us, so he's got all day. I don't know, who else can we call? You know who I would really like to call? It would be kind of bitching. Matt Ford from the Poole Pirates.
Oh. Should we do that?
I might have to call Matt. And if he doesn't answer the phone call, I'll be really mad because, you know, I still consider myself a Pirate. They just won the league championship. So maybe Matt Ford, maybe Tai Woffinden.
Oh,
Woofy has to answer. He has to answer. If you're listening, Woofy, you better answer the freaking phone.
Who should we call first? Woofy.
Woofy, we have to call Woofy. He just won the World Championship.
Before he gets live here.
Because he'll be watching. And it'd be fun just to hear it. I did talk to him yesterday, but it would be really cool just to let everybody else hear from the horse's mouth or the world champ's mouth. So I don't know. Maybe we'll call my buddy Matte.
Matte, yeah. He's out eating in a restaurant, like fancy food.
Yeah, he's like in the like upper class parts of Gamla Stan in the old town in Stockholm. Huh? He's like one of those ritzy guys now.
Yeah.
Matte Rådberg from Top Notch Construction. If you haven't heard of Top Notch Construction, look it up on the internet. I think it's www.topnotch.se or topnotchconstruction.se.
Yeah.
For all your construction needs anywhere in the world, they will travel.
Call him up if you don't want a good restaurant in Stockholm. He knows.
That's right. Yeah. And you can do construction or tiles or lay a foundation, whatever you want. Maybe we'll call Matte. I don't know. He hasn't been on the podcast yet either, and nobody knows Matte. But once you meet him...
Yeah, I can see if we can tag him. I don't know.
Try to tag him. We like to tag. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll call my wife. We tried to get her predictions for the Grand Prix last week, but she wouldn't give it up.
Oh, maybe. We should do that.
Maybe she'll answer. Doubt it.
Probably not.
She just thinks I'm nuts, or we're nuts. She knows. I don't know. Maybe we'll also call Trump.
Yeah.
I got his number.
You do? Call him.
Maybe.
I want him to send a wig for me.
You like wigs?
Yeah.
Is it a Trump wig?
Yeah. No, I don't want that. Should we see if we can call someone?
We should do that. All right, you guys. We're going to call somebody and...
Guess who?
Guess who? You better watch tomorrow on the Real 45 podcast.
Should they be with us to the first call?
I don't know. I just did like the full-on, I'm out of here, but you're still with me.
I just want to
I don't know.
It should be fun.
Should we try to call Woofy?
Yeah, we do that.
All right, Woofy.
Because he's world champion, so he should be first.
That's right, huh? This would be funny.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear him. Can we hear him?
Okay, we just turn it up.
I don't think that maybe you can't hear the phone call.
I hear it.
Yeah, but
No, they probably can't hear it.
No.
He ain't gonna answer. Look at, he's probably got a bigger name in front of him, like his daughter or his wife or something, which I understand. Anyway, okay, we tried. He's not answering. We'll try another one.
Let's call Matte or your dad.
Matte.
Matte. All right.
I'm afraid to call my dad because, like you said, his hearing is pretty not the best.
All right.
And
you get nervous.
Yeah, I'd probably get more nervous. All right, okay, we're calling Matte Rådberg. Anybody? I love this new apparatus. This is awesome.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is cool.
Matte. There he is. I like his hair.
He looks like Alan from The Hangover.
Yeah, he does.
This would be awesome. Nobody's gonna answer our calls tonight.
Oh. He should answer. It sounded like a good idea, this thing, when we started.
Doesn't everything?
Yeah.
As Jeff Matte? Nej. Leave a message. Okay.
All right.
Matte, you had your chance. You wanted to be on the Real 45 podcast. We gave you your chance. You didn't even answer the phone. We called you. I'm leaving you a message. You can call us back. We probably won't answer, though. Bye.
All right.
Yeah.
We should... Do you have another idea? Should we call...
This is like karma, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to just call people and show off. And we're getting totally dogged right now. Oh, man. All right.
Let's call the third person on G.
Who?
The third person in your phone book on G. Start on G.
On G.
No.
No. No.
Gertie. I was thinking about Gertie.
Gertie? Should we call Gertie?
Yeah.
Dirty Gertie. Okay, this is a Danish guy. He's got quite a story. Gertie. Gertie and Julie Hansen.
Yeah.
Only Gert, though. I wonder if he'll answer. If he's watching us, he won't answer. Are you watching us, Gertie?
Gertie. No, I don't know.
Gertie, we want to talk stocks, bonds, investing.
Yeah.
Welcome to voicemail.
Oh,
no
voicemail again? We're just getting voicemail all over.
Ah.
Can you guys hear that? Okay, Gertie, you didn't answer either. What's wrong with you? All right. So maybe we have to hang up. So otherwise people, turn off our live.
Yeah. Listen to the podcast tomorrow and see if we can...
This is bad. Nobody's going to answer.
No.
Matt Ford.
Matt Ford.
We're going to call Matt Ford from the Poole Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Ford.
He's going to answer.
And he will
I don't know
answer.
how we can get Instagram to hear the phone call.
You'll hear it on the podcast.
That's true.
You have to listen tomorrow. So, okay, we're going to call Matt Ford now, okay? Matt Ford, Poole Pirates. We're going to get it. We want to talk to him. We want to hear all about him. Matt will answer the phone. And then we're going to have to say goodbye if I get Matt on the phone.
Hey, mate.
Is that the world famous, the one and only, the Matt Ford?
Yeah, and my sidekick. Hey, Greg, how you doing? It's Middlo.
And Middlo too? I'm doing just fine. We're doing just fine. I'm calling you guys because I have you live on my Real 45 podcast right now. So everything you say is being recorded. Everyone's going to hear you. And I just wanted to get it from the horse's mouth. How in the hell do you guys keep winning championships when the chips are down?
I don't know, mate. It's just good partnership. Matt and I, we do what we need to do to get the riders in. Like when we got you in, and I said, Greg, I'll win you the league, and that's just what we did. And we did the same again this year. We got Bomber in halfway through, and he owed me a title. And I said, Bomber, you just paid that debt in full.
Did he actually owe you a title, Bomber?
Yeah, because he cost us one at Poole, didn't he? 2010. You owe me one, dude.
Boy, he paid back with interest there. I tell you what, I watched the semifinal too, and that last heat when he passed Jason Doyle, I about flew out of my seat. It was so rad, and all the whole family was in bed asleep, and I'm sitting in there watching the final heat, going like, "No way! This is unreal, classic."
I tell you, I've seen a lot of speedway like yourself, and that comes up on the social medias again, and I just watch it time and time again. I think, like you say, where did you get that from, Bomber?
Dude, you talk about digging deep. That was it was too damn cool, man. You guys, I have to take my hat off. You know, you guys have done some pretty amazing things over the years, and you should never, ever, ever underestimate the Poole Pirates, ever.
Hey, mate, we're just proud to have worked with you as well, and all of the great guys that have joined our club with Tony, and who set the benchmark for Poole Speedway in 2001, and it's just been unbelievable. It's been a great ride.
Dude, it's cool, man. I was stoked to be able to have the chance to ride with you guys. I got my one and only British League titles with the Pirates, thanks to you. And yeah, man, I still it still holds a good place in my life. So every time I see something going on with the Pirates, I try to check it out.
I can imagine that, you know, the 20-pound trophy that you won is probably more entitled, more important than any of the world titles, mate. But hey, I'm joking, of course. It was short, but it was incredibly sweet, and we still live on those things every day. I can assure you, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about Greg Hancock. So your incredible memories, mate. You brought something else to the club again.
Man, it's an honor, man. I really appreciate the kind words from you guys, and again, it was too rad. Well, did you guys celebrate already, or have you had a party? Have you stopped?
No,
are you still partying?
No, we haven't had a chance yet, mate, because we had to drive back from Kings Lynn last night, so Matt's going to arrange a get-together down at the stadium so we can meet the fans and show them the trophy, and then I might take a couple of JDs just to be sociable.
Hey, Greg, but better than that, we're actually going to take all the boys to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Formula One Grand Prix. So in November the 22nd to the 26th, and it's kind of cool because you get tickets for the concerts as well. So, you know, we also see The Weeknd, the Canadian artist, there's Sam Smith, and then headlining on the Sunday night after the Grand Prix is Guns N' Roses. So how rock and roll is that, man?
Dude, that is way too rock and roll. Gosh, I need to be a Poole Pirate real quick.
Hey, we can bring you back next year, Sam. No problem.
Yeah, I figured that one was coming.
Brilliant.
What a beauty.
Love what's going on with the podcast, mate. Tony put me onto it. Tony, the legend Rick Garton put me onto it, and we love it. So I look forward to hearing this shortly.
Dude, we were talking about it today, and you guys haven't met my buddy Stefan, who does the podcast with me. He's listening here, but I tend to take over when the mic gets rolling, and he has to sit back and let me roll, you know.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey.
And I hope to get, or I should say Stefan is from Sweden too, and he obviously knows all about Tony Rickardson, so we hope to get Tony on the podcast here one day, and maybe go meet him up at his place and have a good chat and catch up to see where he's at, because he's obviously a huge legend. You've got as good of what do you say? You guys have got as good of memories of Tony as I do. So there's a big story behind that dude, and I think people should know more.
Yeah, well, I think two legends together, mate. I mean, that doesn't get any better than that. You and Tony. I mean, stories you could tell. I mean, just two icons of the sport, man. I mean, biggest respect to both you and Tony, for sure. Dude,
I'm talking to two legends too, man. So, you guys paved the way for a lot of us too. So it's it takes us all to tango.
Yeah, that's great, mate. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I mean, it was a pleasure, like I say, short and sweet when we worked together, but I was so proud to give you your one and only league title. That made me very proud.
Dude, likewise. Again, it was. I think one of the most cool things and the most memorable things I've got is one of the early events I did with you guys down at Poole when we were doing a track walk with Darcy and everybody, and I remember saying, hearing the story, like the guy, whoever makes it out of gate 4, makes it all the way across, wins a bottle of JD.
That's right. Still stands. Still stands.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, Greg. Gate 4 is much better now.
Well, I watched, was it that heat that Bomber passed Doily? He didn't make the start, but he ended up winning it from 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he didn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He came out, from Gate 4 and in last place. But come on, we are talking about Bomber, and he's not known for his gating, talent. So others have made it simpler. But what an incredible piece of speedway it was. I can vaguely remember him doing it to a real rock star of our sport at Cardiff a few years ago.
Hey, Greg, the plan in that heat was, I said to Nikolai, you try and make it up to clamp Doily. I didn't realise, and let Bomber come around the outside. I didn't realise Bomber wanted to do it from stone last.
Oh, dude! First of all, Nikolai got robbed anyway from the first start. He made that thing beautifully. When that ref called it back, I was so pissed. This is ridiculous. And then to see what Bomber did in the return was like it was all part of the plan.
Hey, mate, you know what it's like? We kind of rode our luck a little bit. We got a bit lucky in one or two things. I'm not saying, people want to have a go at referees. I don't buy into that. I think we got a little bit lucky that how do you get lucky when someone gets hurt? But Niels Christian got hurt at Golub's meeting, and that had an impact on them. But we lost Brady too, and trust me, he top scores for us each time we go to King's Lynn. So, hey. But our name was on the trophy. I think from the moment that Bomber made that pass on Doily, our name was on the trophy. So up and bring it next year.
I had a couple of conversations with our buddy Gordon Pearman there, and I was making those comments to him too. I'm like, oh, the trophy's yours. After all that, that's it. Just felt like this is going to be a classic case of Poole Pirates just turning this around because the determination was there, and you guys never give up. So the most rad part, I think, was when Middlo was choosing the gates in the semifinal there for that last heat, when you had excuse me for not knowing the name of the team manager from Somerset, but the look on your face, Middlo, when they were deciding, and he was so confident, so sure that he was going to win that. And he looked at you like, well, in a few minutes, Middlo, we're going to know who's going to go on to the next, on to the finals anyway. And your face was so blank, just looking away like, I got this.
Yeah, I know. It's the same. That was it. Just they came down there. They thought they had us, man, and say never underestimate a pirate. And what we did this year was great. I've got to say it was a sweet one. It really was, because say Deddenbury, July the 4th, American Independence Day. We were rock bottom of the pile to come back, get up to first, get to the final, and win it. Pretty impressive.
Dude, absolutely. You guys are the bomb, man. Again, all I can say is a huge congratulations, and thanks for answering our call. I'm so stoked that you guys. This was our first test of making a phone call live on the podcast, and we thought, okay, we're gonna call the champs. We're gonna call Woofy. We're gonna call Matt Ford and the Poole Pirates, and Woofy didn't answer yet. So you guys answered. You were our first call, our first one. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, man, you know what's really cool is we're literally just on our way back from the BBC studios. We've been up there, and that's the God's honest truth. We've just been in front of 1 million people tonight. So we're stoked. It's great for the sport that all of us guys love, and hey, dig in. Let's have some fun next year and bring another title back, Greg.
Hey, sounds like it, man. That's a plan for me too. So, and after this Real 45 podcast, you guys have reached like 45 million people. So that's awesome.
I love that.
All right, buddy. Hey, great to talk to you, Greg.
Hey, likewise, you guys. Thanks again. Take it easy. Congratulations, and live it up. Have fun in Abu Dhabi.
Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, man. Come and see us soon. Bye.
Sure,
Bye.
absolutely. We will.
Bye, man.
See ya. Wow. So there you have it. That was Matt Ford, Neil Middleditch.
Yeah.
You only got like 2 words in there, Stefan.
No, I don't know. He just talked all the time.
And the best thing was that Ty tried to call us back in the middle of the call.
Should we call him back?
Let's let him stir on it for a minute. Is he watching?
I don't know.
Woofy, are you watching? Was that live the whole time?
Yes.
All right. So.
No, Ty not here. Not now.
Ty's not there?
No.
All right. You know what? Let's let all you people go, and then you'll have to find out by listening to the podcast tomorrow whether we talked to Ty or we didn't.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching.
See ya.
See ya. Peace. Forrest, run, Forrest, run. So that was we were saying goodbye to our Instagram. We're still with you guys here on the Real 45 podcast, episode number 52.
We had 102 watchers.
Did we really?
Not at the same time, but yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Did you see anybody you recognized?
Yeah, I just waved,
Uh-huh.
put in some comments there.
Did you recognize anybody on there, like Trump or
Yeah, Trump was there, and
was Gertie there?
Gertie.
Gertie was there?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It would have been fun. It would have
Bastard
been really
didn't
fun.
answer our call when he was on.
It could have been.
This is awesome. Let's see. I want to see if we got a message back from Woofy now. Gertie sent me a message and it says, "Call you tomorrow, my lovely friend."
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. What about tonight? Dang. Okay. Anyway, well, okay. We don't want to waste the time here.
No.
I'm stoked that Matt and Middlo answered that call because
That was awesome.
they're going to Abu Dhabi for the F1. Oh, that's sick, man.
That's sick. I want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if we can find a way for them to take us.
He can be live on the show on Instagram next time
Yeah.
with his face, if we can be there.
Absolutely. I mean, did you hear that too? He said that Tony Rickardson turned him on to our podcast.
He did?
That's what he said.
Whoa.
I really hope that's true. TR's the man.
That would be...
Yeah.
Does he follow us on Instagram?
Tony? I don't know.
Should
I don't
look
know
it
how
up?
active Tony is on Instagram. I haven't really seen him post too much over the years. But doesn't matter. He's a freaking legend, man. He's the bomb. I don't know if we've ever told the story, but it was so funny. I think the first, we had almost our first year together was both 89 or 90. Maybe he was 90. It might have been 90, his first year in England. But I remember the first time I raced him at Ipswich. And I think he beat me the first time, and then I beat him the second time we raced. And he came past me, and Tony's always a pretty excited sort of dude, he's much more mellow and laid back these days, probably because the racing has stopped, for him in that way, so the competition level has dropped. But always super excited, always on the gas, just like wide open, super fun, and like, hey, what's up, man? Always like that.
Wow.
And when the race was finished, he rode alongside me and pulls up alongside, super excited. He's like, "It's 1-1," and I'm like, "What? It's 1-1. You beat me one time, I beat you one time. Isn't that rad?"
That's
It was like, I'll never forget that. And that was Tony.
We should bring him to the podcast.
Absolutely. I think over the years that 1-1 turned into more like 6-1 or something.
For your side.
I don't know about that. Maybe we had. I beat him quite a fair few times, but that dude nailed some championships in a row.
He did.
And should I say in a short time he ruled the roost there for a while. So he sent us to school, as you would
Then
say.
he quit too early.
Far too early.
Yeah.
Far too early. But he quit when he was ready. So, and I remember when he told me why he quit and when the time was right. And I fully respect what he said at the time. So it's I for that reason he quit when the time was right, and that's cool. So,
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah, full respect. The guy's the bomb. I run into him periodically. I should say more often than none is in the airport in Stockholm.
Oh, you do?
When I'm traveling somewhere, I see he's on his way to one of his destinations with work and meetings and things like that. And I've seen him 3 times in the airport. And he's rad. He's cool. I dig Tony.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, Stefan, like the last couple of weeks, the podcast, the last few weeks, I've done solo.
Yeah.
And I keep portraying it's because of you, but it's not because of you.
Could have been.
We can share it. But what have you been up to in the last few weeks? Have you been as busy and crazy and out of control as me, or worse?
Not worse, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just been, working and... Yeah. Working.
You've been running too.
Running, yeah.
Yeah, I see on Instagram.
I had this friend, Stefan Borrell. his brother started to run every day, but just like 1.5, 2 kilometers. So every morning he's standing outside my front door, knocking, 6:15 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, and really excited, like, oh, we're going out to run, man! Come on!
So, has he been running like this for a long time?
No, we started together.
Okay. And he's got, this is like his newfound love. And he's like, and now you're his newfound love too at
Yeah.
6:15 in the morning.
No, but I think it's a good start actually to get out the poles and get a good. I'm so tired when I came back after this 1,500 meters or what it is, so I need to get back to bed for 50 minutes. But
Do you? So after the run, you go back to bed?
yeah, I take a shower. But yeah,
Uh-huh. Oh, I was going to say. So when you come, obviously you're tired because you just ran.
yeah.
Do you
I
run
just-
the same distance every day?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
just go up from bed, put on the shoes.
And go.
Yeah.
So is that like a 20-minute run, approximately?
More like 12 to 15, I think.
12 to 15 to go.
Yeah.
Okay, to go back and forth. So you get a quick like just shock your body and get rolling.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you must, but after a shower, stuff, you must be ready to go to work. You must feel pretty good, right?
Actually, I do.
It's probably just to actually get up, get your shoes on, and get out the door.
That's
and
the hard
act
part.
like you're really happy to see Stefan Burrell at 6:15 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you punched him at all?
Almost. Hey man, you're too happy. I just woke up.
Actually, I could never see you being angry or punching somebody. Anyways, you're a pretty happy guy. No matter, I've never seen you grumpy. So
I can be grumpy.
yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe you can. So
Probably.
you hide it well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you look great. You know, obviously I don't fancy you in that way.
No.
You're a cool dude. You're a good looking dude. But you've lost some weight.
Yeah,
So whatever you're doing, you're yeah,
that's good.
more energy.
More energy, of course. Yeah.
You look younger.
Do I?
Yeah.
I have some wrinkles.
Not as many as me. And so right now your hair's pretty short on the sides. Do you do that to, like I do, to like hide the color, or do you just do that for
I'm
the style?
so gray anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Right.
if the shorter you get it from the beginning, the longer time is it the next time you need to get a haircut. I like it when it's new, when you cut it and it's done. But you know, you have to go to a hairdresser and take the time, and you know.
Right. Yeah. I understand. That's
Yeah.
no, actually I don't understand totally, because I'm kind of having an affair with my hairdresser.
Oh. Does Jenny know about that? She does.
Yeah. I remember when we first started dating years ago, and she started cutting my hair. I'm like, is it bad if I have an affair with my hairdresser? She's like, no.
It's like a role game.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you want to get your hair cut quite often then?
I'm always, my hair's always too long.
Yeah. But you have been quite busy for the last week.
Yeah, you know what? After this, I don't know if I want to call it an odd racing schedule we've had this year, but it's been
Yeah.
pretty mellow. Yeah, we had a lot of time off this summer. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was really cool in many ways, and really odd because it was too many days off in between. The weather was great this summer, so I can't complain. It was fantastic. Lots of swimming, lots of beach time, lots of whatever in between. But now it seems like it caught up with us this last couple of weeks, and it's been the last couple of Grand Prix. It's been finals in Poland, finals in Sweden, rainouts in Sweden, which we haven't had all year.
No.
It went super cold suddenly, like
Yeah, one day.
below freezing temperatures. Yeah, right. And now it's like this weather again today is back up into the high teens.
Yeah.
Crazy, super crazy.
It's strange. But
Really
it's nice when it's getting back.
It is. And you know what else we've noticed the last couple of days is suddenly the real colors of the fall, the autumn.
Oh,
Have you noticed that? Like the trees here in Sweden are just,
it's amazing.
it's so beautiful. And it truly is to see the colors of the different times of year. Wow, it is so bright orange. Some of the trees, the leaves on the trees, when you drive down obviously we live in there's a lot of forest in all these areas, right? So wherever you go, you see beauty in the lakes, and it's incredible. So
yeah, and if you get days like today or yesterday, what it was, when it's like 18 degrees again,
yeah,
and all the colors and it's amazing.
it sure is. So yeah, it's been busy. You've been busy, but it's nice to have you back. I actually
It's
haven't
nice to be back.
yeah, I actually haven't seen you for like 2 or 3 weeks, or
3
more.
weeks,
Yeah,
probably,
probably
yeah.
3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Dang. So
But before we started to record this, I think that we had like 2 hours to catch up.
yeah, that's right. It was just come to do a podcast, but we spent the first couple hours just talking, what's up and projects and things going on, and there's lots of cool stuff happening.
All around us, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been involved with a couple of new things too that will be coming out soon too that I'm really excited about. Some projects that have been creeping up for a couple of years. One project that's really, really interesting. So we won't say too much about it right now, but I'm honored that I've been offered to be involved with it, and you'll hear about it in the weeks and months to come. It's going to be should be pretty cool, I hope. Yeah,
We have to get back to that.
for sure. And I hope it's something that you're going to get involved in too.
Yeah, I hope so. Sounds really, really fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
The things that we can't talk about.
That's right. Yeah, it's so stupid, right? We just throw this stuff out there, and they might just think
Shit.
it's just BS.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's a nice fresh bubble water for us.
Different flavors.
Yeah, totally. So, did you have a chance to watch the last Grand Prix?
No, I didn't, but
It was rough. Your fellow countryman stole the bronze from me. He stole it literally. He just grabbed it.
that
I thought Swedes were cool.
you want me to beat him up?
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah. I would do anything.
He lives in Andorra, though.
Oh.
You know where that is?
But that's a nice country. We can go there skiing soon.
And beat him up.
Yeah. Same time.
Yeah. Good.
No.
Nah, we wouldn't want to do that. It wouldn't change the result anyway, so
No.
that's all right. Hats off to Freddie Lindgren. He earned the bronze. I did the best I could to steal the show in the last minute and make those points back. But he had ulterior motives, and as it turned out, I finished up 5th overall in the World Championship, 1 point behind 4th place, Majiganovsky, and I think 2 or 3 points, whatever it was, behind Frederick in 3rd place. That's how close it was from the bronze medal. And damn. Anyway,
But you did good.
the end of the year worked out really good. I had a rough start, as you know, and we talked about this a little bit throughout the year, huh?
Yeah.
Had the ups and downs, but I had a good run there in the end. I'm really, really happy with my equipment, and we got things going better and better all year. And I'm never one to sit back and wait for things to come. I'm always searching, and sometimes that bites me in the ass, because I search too much. But I've had too many good teachers and too many great people I've worked with that have taught me never to get complacent. So a lot of them from right here close in the house to Big area who are very, very influential too. So that's don't you want to win?
Exactly. But
Yep.
2019.
2019, so I got to take it all back, and I'm pleased because I get great messages from a lot of these people, from Jeff Nielsen and the Nielsen family, and all the guys that I work with up there, and Jeff Haywood in the States, and Mick Metcalf, and all the engine guys we work with, and everybody, all the sponsors. It's the support that I get, that the people never give up on you. They're always there, and no matter how young or old I get, and they're always standing behind you going, right on, man, just keep it rolling, and these guys are the ones I always call for advice and help or knowledge or whatever. I got to be faster. I want to be faster, and to beat these guys, you got to be just a little bit better all the time. Better equipment, better this, better that, and that's enough of a challenge for me.
It should be in a challenge, shouldn't it?
For sure. for sure. So
Can't be too easy.
everybody would do it, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
No, they shouldn't. But it's dangerous. You know.
Yeah. So, Speedway being the background of all this, then we also had the Swedish finals last week too.
Oh yeah. That was close.
It feels like all this stuff came down to like, except in Poland.
That was good.
Stal Rzeszów, we pulled off a league championship there in the second division, promoted to the first division. So
Wow.
that was our goal. I got a 3-year deal with the club, which obviously that could turn into even more as it goes. But as it is for now, the goal number one was to win the second division, to go up to the first division, and now it's to do everything we can to win that and be in the extra liga within 2 years and be an established team there. So next year will be a huge, huge challenge, even bigger than what it was this year, much bigger. And but second division this year was amazing how many teams stepped up to the plate. And all the racetracks, I heard so many stories about racetracks in that league, and I have to say, all the tracks that I went to were unbelievable. So good.
What they were?
Really good, warm welcome from all the fans, from all the supporters, from all the clubs, riders, and all of the questions I got most of the year from, from media and all the people was, aren't you worried about your own performance that it's going to suffer, or going to these crazy tracks, or the competition's not going to be hard enough? Boy, did I get proved wrong, I knew I wasn't gonna suffer in any way. I just knew that because I'm too hard on myself to be better. So, but you never know if it's gonna be a bad track, or if a rider is gonna be so determined to beat you that he forgets how to ride and makes a serious mistake. But it didn't work like that. Everybody stepped up to the plate and bettered themselves, I think. And second division in Poland is a pretty cool league.
I was there I watched one match in Poland, in Rzeszów.
Yeah.
And it was a great show. I mean, if you guys had a time or whatever to get there, go there and watch a match. It's a cool place.
It's a really cool stadium, huh?
Yeah.
It's they've had some tough years financially and with the results. It's been up and down, and management's changed a few times, but now there's this new guy there, Erik Narodsky, and starting from the ground up and learning the sport and bringing in new people all the time. And you got to see it in the early stages too, and it was already making a huge transformation. And there's still a lot of questions. People aren't sure about Narodsky and what's going on, and he started this Diamond Cup.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many questions surrounding it, and it's quite sad because it feels like there's some people out there that are so, I don't want to use the word jealous, I want to use the word envious, that what he's doing, they almost want him to fail, because he's different and he does it different. And I don't want him to fail because I'm involved with it too, and I want it to be successful, so I try to put everything I can into it. And although he's had his work cut out for him and probably had some tough times this year too, just making ends meet, and I know that it was the same for everybody, but you can't lose the faith. And in the end, he's done all right with it, and the Diamond Cup was probably not as successful as he had anticipated from the beginning, but the amount of red tape and speed bumps that were thrown in front of him along the way, he was determined not to let that stop him. All he did is found the way around him, over him, through him, and the final round is this weekend in Rzeszów on Sunday.
Is it?
And then he will have completed the first year. So, that goes to, from the people helping him to run it. They've had their ups and downs, and some of the organization has probably not been that great for what he had hoped for. However, again, these hurdles, he just gets over them. He finds the way around them. He doesn't look for problems because they're easy to find. But I like this guy, and I see good things in the future.
Yeah, I hope it will be a success with the Diamond Cup. I like the idea of it.
It's rad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Diamonds are forever,
They are.
Yeah.
Some big ones.
Yeah. Be so rad to win it and just have a big ass necklace around your neck, a big old diamond, gold Mercedes stretched.
Sunday. It's done.
So rad, so rad. So, but probably the toughest pill to swallow on the league front was for us in Dakana.
Oh.
We had such an awesome year, and things were going so good. And again, you had some really really tough matches, but in the end, if one or two guys had a hard day, there was always one or two or three guys who had a better day, made up for those, and we came out looking good. We sailed into the finals, semifinals, sorry, and then went through that beating Vestervik, and sadly we lost Patrick Dudek in the first round of the semifinals in a nasty crash and badly broke his arm, which finished his season off. It was tough to bounce back from that, but we managed. Christoph Kapschak came in and covered and did very well in the second round. We sailed into the finals, and sadly, the first round of the finals, we lost at home by 2 points. It was just one of those odd days, but we came back for round two, excuse me, full of speed, full of energy, full of everything, and ready to take the 2 points back and then some, and kicked off with a good start. First heat, 5-1, and it ran good for the first 4 or 5 heats, and then boy did Smith turn up the volume and give us a schooling.
Schooling.
So they definitely turned it up, and they were a better team on the night. That doesn't mean they're a better team than us all year, but on the night they were a better team, and it's amazing the effect that it has on everybody, on the club, on the riders and the fans. And suddenly it's like everyone came in there like, we're going to do this, and then when it got handed to us the wrong way, it was like, what the heck just happened? How did this happen? Why did it happen? And so many questions. And I know there's lots of excuses, but the fact is that we got beat. As I was telling you earlier, we got beat, and I can give you excuses all day long, but it's not going to change the result.
No, but still you get second, and that's good.
Really good, and probably one of the best, if not the best teams I've ridden with, as far as the whole mega. And I've been in some great teams, and Rosbrigana had some really great teams too. But in this modern day era, and the way Speedway is today compared to what it was 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, it's so demanding, and it's so cutthroat. There's no easy heats anymore at all, and not that there ever was, but it's a different world today. And this was a really good club. It went good. So I think.
How has it been to, sit in a van every other Tuesday, going down to Målilla?
Have you done it?
No, I haven't.
You did the Grand Prix.
I did the Grand Prix with mom and dad in their motorhome.
Yeah. It's all part of the job, and you don't. When you're doing it, you don't think about it.
You don't?
No, because it's like that's what you do, and you go down there, more or less every second Tuesday for a home match. But it seems like a majority of the clubs are quite far down anyway. If you're based, my base here in Sweden is in Norrtälje, which is quite far north compared to a lot of them. So you have Rosbrigana Hallstavik, which isn't far, Avesta, which is just a couple hours up from here too, and then it's Eskilstuna, which is a couple hours away.
Yeah.
Indiana, it's 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, then it's Västervik is another 3.5. Målilla's between 4 and 4.5. And you have Vetlanda is 4.5.
That's just life.
Or, 5 down to Gislaved.
Oh.
So it's but it's 1 day a week.
Yeah.
So the craziest thing is though, you spend the round trip is like 8 to 9 hours round trip in the car for like a 2-hour show.
That's true.
And 6 minutes of racing.
It's still fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love it. I mean, there's no complaints, but it's really, somebody put that, I heard, not to drag this on, but a friend of ours told us they were listening to Bandit radio here in Sweden, and they were listening to a group of people that had taken a bus to the finals from Malmo. They took a bus from Malmo down there in Småland, somewhere down, far down, or Skåne, and to come up to Eskilstuna for the finals. A full bus load of people who they were Smedlanda fans, I think. I don't know why they were coming from Skåne, but there was a group coming from Skåne to see the finals. So they got on the bus, they traveled all the way up for the second round of the finals in Eskilstuna. So they sat on the bus for 5 hours or something, whatever it is, right? 6 hours or something, they said. Probably had a few drinks along the way and had a good old time, and they got there and hung out until about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening when it was canceled because it was so much rain.
Oh, no.
And then it's like 6 hours back. And I don't know if they came back for the rerun a week later or not, but you hear this and talk about determination. And these guys were on the radio talking about it, and they were just laughing. But and then really when you think about it, you travel 6 hours in the bus normally to watch 6 minutes of action. Or sorry, not that. I shouldn't say that, because it's like 15 heats, so it's like 15 minutes in total action.
That's
There's all the downtime in between, and build up and warm down, but actual action is like 15 to 18 minutes in total.
Yeah, you can think about it like that.
Yeah.
But it's probably a kind of lot of action in between the two, between the friends.
Totally. It's a great show. Everything about it is fantastic. And I think hats off to Eskilstuna, Smedlanda. They put on a really good show, and the stadium was packed. And even though it was a cool night, on the rain out one and the rerun, there was action. They should have a Grand Prix there. There should be a Speedway GP there again. It used to be there. It was so cool. The lighting was great on the track. I suddenly clicked because it's getting dark this time of year, but the lights were good. All the people around, you could see all the concessions that buy food and things up along the top of the walking areas, and there was music playing all the time. They put on a great show. So they won too, so it was a great party for them, of course. But between that and we had not the best weather on the final night for ourselves in Middlo too, so it was another cool night there. But anyway, all in all, success for Speedway overall. So sad for Dakarna, and now we're waiting. They're rebuilding the team, and I think they have to make some cuts in our team.
No.
So hopefully I don't make the cut.
No.
But it's looking like it's going to be another good, strong team for next year. And the sad part, which I don't get in this game, is you build a team and you fit into the averages that you have to have, right? And then you have a really successful year like we did. Everything goes great. And at the end of the year, every rider has done well. They've progressed and done really good. Their averages have gone higher and higher. And suddenly the overall combined average of the team is too high for what you're allowed to have, or your overall average. So you have to cut somebody. I don't get that.
The ground idea is to have the most even teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
on average.
Yeah, on average. But if you build a team, you need more than a year.
Sure.
So yeah, I can see what you're saying.
But your average this year could be, 1.5 or 1.8, and you had a good year and you got 1.9, right? You got 1.9 this year, and they build the team based off your average this year, and then next year your average just doesn't average out the same, right? And you have a rough year, and it drops to 1.4 or 1.5, and it's suddenly you've dropped. So it's hard to say. Your average doesn't stay the same every year. Some guys are better than others and hold a higher average, but I still don't get it. Anyway, this has been a topic for many years. It's one of those things we cannot change. At least the last 20, 25 years that I've been involved, it's always been a topic for specific leagues, but averages and all this stuff, it makes you crazy sometimes. So let's leave it at that. You know what? It's been a great week. A lot of things have happened, and now let's move on to the next week. Thank you all for listening. Be good peoples, and as Elon Musk always says, we need more love in the world. Love each other. Peace, everybody. Grin to win. Out.